హలో వెల్కమ్ టు సాక్షి. ఇవాళ మనం ఒక లెజెండ్తో ఉన్నాం. సో లెజెండ్, ఎస్, we were there with many legendaries like in a movie industry, but this is a special day. ఎందుకు అంటే we have Muttiah Muralitharan. Yes, so I can see smiles on your face. He is with us, the legendary one and only Muralitharan. నేను one and only అని ఎందుకు అంటున్నాను, ఆయన మాటలో మనం విందాం. And we have also Madhu Mittal. సో అతను కూడా మనకి తెలుసు, స్లమ్ డాగ్ మిలియనీర్లో సలీంగా ఎవరు కనబడ్డారో, హీస్ విత్ అస్. సో లెట్స్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ ద లెజెండరీ వన్ అండ్ ఓన్లీ Muralitharan once again. Sir, great to see you, and nothing can be like much happier or merrier occasion for me when it comes to the game of cricket. 800, the title itself, it shows, talks, sounds, much more.
Yeah, thank you very much. I very appreciated come and interview us. I think I didn't plan this movie to come. It's a coincidence. Now it is there to watch for the people, and I think it's going to be a good true story. And how did I get this 800? And it's cricket is literally 20%, and other thing is all about my life and how when you played the matches, YouTube or anywhere you can see those matches, but there is a thing called inside what happened.
Okay.
But outfield you've seen, okay?
Yes.
Public has seen.
Yes.
Inside, what doesn't do bad.
Wow.
What players talk.
Okay.
What? So that is only the cricket part, very little visible of performance and everything. Everyone knows that.
Yeah, that is the biggest question that everybody has, because 800, it shows that not easy to showcase your records in a 2-3 hours movie. And what else, besides the game, that what Muralitharan has is something audience are really interested about.
And also the life, how did the country, as a country we had civil wars, just in 2009 only it stopped. So how did the country moved that period of I am in cricket and everything when I was living in the country,
and what was the impact on you as a
impact
cricket player?
on me, and also the family. How did, because we are from minority, we are from Tamils. There are two type of Tamils in India, as well as Sri Lanka. One is Indian origin Tamils, they who went in 1920s for tea plantations, by the British took away from my grandfather, went there and we stayed back. And there are thousands of years.
Okay.
King Vijay, who was king of in India in close to Bihar, so he went and married a queen there.
Okay.
So from that also Sinhalese race has come from.
Are you
there.
going to touch all these?
No, I'm just
okay,
explaining you.
okay.
So that is the history of Sri Lanka.
Yes.
The Tamils who come from thousands of years also,
Right.
from kings in south,
Okay.
who gone to conquer.
Correct.
And
Yeah, I read in
from
some
there.
books also.
Right.
Yes,
So
yes,
those
yes.
are the difference.
Yeah.
But end of the day, that's after independence, 54 onwards, trouble started between the two races, and it's continued for such a long time in 2009. So in that period, what I've lived, how the country moved, and these are the stories, and how I achieved 800 with it all odds, and that is the story about it. And it's an interesting story. It is a true story, and putting into 2.5 hours in a screenplay, it's a tough job.
Yeah, it's a task.
And director has done a great job with the help of writing a screenplay writing by a Sri Lankan, famous Sri Lankan writer who's done that, Shayan Karnaratna.
Okay.
So I think now, and also the making the movie was 5 years it took. Right, COVID time, then Vijay Sethupathi wanted that episode.
Yes.
So this also lot of ups and downs.
Yes.
And anyway,
It's a journey. It's kind of a
it's
journey.
a journey.
Just like so's life.
Yes.
So I think after all these journeys, it has come into screen now. Hopefully, people will enjoy, inspire younger generation. I can inspire
sure
from
about
this story. So definitely worth it to watch.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we are there to watch, and we tell our audience not to miss it. Yeah, coming to Hyderabad, I'm sure that you have come India many times. Hyderabad, I'm sure But have you come at this part of point of time that where Ganesh immersion, like Ganesh festival or the colorful festival which is happening in Hyderabad? What do you share? Like if I ask you about Hyderabad?
No, Ganesh festival is most important festival for not only for Hyderabad, Mumbai, and
after
Calcutta.
Mumbai we celebrate it like
Mumbai,
in that scale.
Mumbai,
Yes,
yeah, that's a big scale.
Yeah.
So it is a lot of in north and Hyderabad, those areas. Even in south, they celebrate in a smaller way.
Yes.
But here, the big way. But I have come this time of the year, and Calcutta Durga Puja.
Yes.
So that those style, it's a country with very traditions.
Correct.
So it's a beauty of the world is India is the beauty of world because you get everything. Right,
correct,
top to bottom, right?
What is it you recollect?
So Hyderabad, when you come to Hyderabad is like a second home to me, like Chennai and Hyderabad.
Yeah.
So Chennai is my wife's home, and Hyderabad is because I was coaching and mentor for last 10 years for Hyderabad. So every year, at least 2 months, I am here. So spend more because we are here. So I knows about a lot about Hyderabad and the language that I can understand because it's words are some Sinhalese words, Tamil words are mixed a little bit, but you can phrase the things.
2 months in a year, that's a good time. Like
so
to pick
I can't speak at all,
understand,
but can understand a little bit. So I love being in India because we are from Indian origin. We call as an Indian origin Tamil in Sri Lanka, but I am a Sri Lankan.
Yes, so you feel second home here, obviously.
Yeah, India is a second home, always been, because it's even for Sri Lankans, it is like a brother, like in a country. Yeah. So always feels like a brother.
Right. You list a point like to have a biryani whenever you come here.
Always I had biryani because Hyderabadi biryani is special more than anything else.
Wonderful, sir. Yes. Yeah. Mithil.
जी.
Yes, हम देखे आपका performance like in Slumdog. Yes. So what was your first instinct? Because sir has mentioned that Setupati was the person who roped up in this movie.
Right.
Then you replaced him.
So obviously I'm a big fan of Vijay Setupati's work. He's a tremendous actor, and obviously there was a bit of controversy because of which he had to step back. And some things I think are destiny. Like you said, you've seen Slumdog Millionaire, and the tagline of that film was "It's destiny." So I think it is like that, and I think it was meant to be in a lot of ways. And things find their way to you if they're meant to be. Shah Rukh Khan का dialogue है कि किसी चीज़ को चाहो तो पूरी कायनात आपको उससे मिलाने में जुट जाती है. And there's so many parallels with Sir's life and mine. Like Sir's, has his elbows bent since he was born. I had a really bad car crash around 8 years back, which I really smashed up my elbow, and it's bent sort of like Sir's now. I'm MM, Sir is MM. I started working on my craft when I was 7 years of age. I think around the same time when Sir started bowling off spin, 7 or 8 years of age. So there's a lot of parallels.
Okay.
I'm an MM. He shares his birthday with my mother.
I'm sure that they didn't know then, like when they just thought about you.
Yeah. Also, once I was locked for the film, no one was aware of the fact that my elbow is bent. So when the film was initially pitched to me, my friend Akshay Bachchu, who's a casting associate with Kavish Sinha, who's a very prominent casting director in Bollywood. And he told me when he called me up, he said it's a sports film, and I wasn't very interested, honestly, if I say at the start, because I've done a couple of sports films at the, in my career. One was a Disney film called $1 Million Arm, which was a baseball film, and one was way back called Say Salam India, which was Sanjay Suri, Milind Soman, and directed by Subhash Kapoor, who's directed Jolly LLB and all of these films. And Guneet Monga, who's a superstar producer now, that was her first film. So I had some experience, and I was actually, at that time, I was in the middle of shooting another sports film, which I had to leave because of whatever reason. So I was really not in the mood to do another sports film. But as soon as I heard Sir's name, this is a legendary cricketer I've grown up watching, so immediately I was interested.
I can't even say that there's a dream come true, because
you can't even dream.
You never really dream.
You can't even dream of this.
Yes.
This was beyond my dreams. And as soon as I heard Sir's name mentioned, I was absolutely
What is it
interested.
for Mathur? Like, is it has to be like a global cinema to sign? Or,
No,
yeah?
no, absolutely. It has to be good cinema for me
Okay.
to sign. It has to
Okay.
be something where I feel like I can bring something to the film. And it's not just another sparkly, in terms of biopics, if you see, there's a lot of like self-grandiose that goes into it. A lot of people are afraid of putting things out in films, in biopics that are maybe not too flattering or complimentary to
Is
them.
it true, sir?
But not with Sir, that's what I was just
Yeah,
going to say. With
okay.
Sir, it's been the exact opposite. He has actually made it a point to make sure that don't make this grandiose
But sir,
celebration.
I need to go to the sir on
Yeah,
this
yeah,
point,
please.
sir. The cinema is something, sports. Yes, of course, in India, the sports and entertainment industry they go just hand in hand. But whereas in here, the sports, yes, people love sport, cricket, of course, and yeah, people love Muralitharan, yes, of course. But when it comes to cinema, it is all about like mixture of emotions, number one, and that grandeur, like Madhur was just mentioning that. And you are the person, as he's saying that you're not for that, like showing up like larger than life or the grandeur, so which is really important in cinema. So how did you balance that?
See, when you take a friction story, you can friction it whatever you want.
Yes.
So you can do, as a director can do any story, as a script writer and anything. Once you do a biography of a sports person, you are in limelight, right? Okay, if a cinema guy or they comes on friction story only, they are not themselves shown in. See, if you say, I think Kirti Suresh did this Mahanadi, no?
Mahanati, yes.
Yeah, it's a very beautiful film.
Correct.
But how much, if you want to Kirti Suresh's, will say biopic, you want to take it. So she acted like her, she acted like somebody else, she acted like some characters. They all act characters. But they don't know, the public don't know what she is.
Okay.
So then you can do something mixing and this. I am in a public domain for last 20 years.
Correct.
They know what I do. When I do day and day night, we are in the cricket field. Whatever you do, it shows in everything. So in the domain. So you have to see the truth, because has to come. So that's why I said to him, it has to be truth. But in this, my life, even as I feel, right?
Sir.
It is right or not.
Sir.
You are the best judge, you are all the best judge.
Sir.
Even a script writer can't put this story.
Yes.
Frictionally, you can't.
It's stranger than fiction.
Okay.
It is better story than somebody can write it.
Absolutely.
That's-
I agree with
that's-
this. I second
Right?
that.
That's
So-
something really enticing.
I'm seriously saying, so many incidents in this, right? You have to watch the movie
Sir.
and happens.
Because sir,
it
I'm
is-
sorry to
it-
interrupt.
yeah.
Yeah, because I came with a frame of mind, because I wanted to ask you that Sachin Tendulkar, there was a biopic.
It's not a biopic. It's a what do you call this? Documentary.
Documentary.
He did a
And
documentary.
Azharuddin, and of course Dhoni,
Yeah.
MS Dhoni.
MS Dhoni is a movie.
Yeah,
it's a biopic.
Yes, it's a huge commercial hit that they made a lot. Because I'm not putting this in a criticizing manner, but why Sachin's movie hasn't gained or picked that momentum? Because in cricket world, people love Dhoni, people respect Sachin. There is a slight, the fine line. Yes.
I don't take it
Let
that
me
way.
complete.
We
sir.
also love
Let me,
Sachin.
yeah, of course. The more than that, the quotient. He's a god of cricket.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's, I know you're coming. That's why it's a failure, and you're saying it's a successful.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying, I don't take your. I don't.
Yeah, you
believe-
can. Yeah,
that's
you can
your.
deny it,
That's
yes.
one opinion.
Yeah.
It's my opinion is, Sachin is most loved cricketer in the world.
Sir.
Any part.
Sir.
Not only India, outer part also.
Correct, of course,
Right.
Of course.
Dhoni is also loved, not as Sachin.
Okay.
Right? Maybe in Dhoni, loved in India, south part, because played for Chennai and everything, he made his thing, and also because he won a World Cup and everything. Sachin break records by records and everything, and no, it's a child prodigy. So we can't compare that. So Sachin's movie is not a movie. It is a documentary. Sachin is talking about. So they see Sachin day in day out every day in the cricket field. When you are representing yourself and saying this match is this match, already those matches are.
People have watched it.
No, in the YouTube. You go and take it in the YouTube, you can get all the details.
Correct.
So only this. So they should have taken a movie, not his records. So short inside how he became, right?
I totally get it. Yes.
So Dhoni's one is not records. See how
It's
he
not.
made it to the team.
Yes.
And
Yes.
what went to that.
Yes.
So it is a story.
Yeah, you explained my question.
Right?
Actually,
So
yes.
it
Yes.
say to audience of cinema, yeah, they want to see about me or Sachin or everyone, but they want a story. That is a story is behind him. I think it is moving around.
Yeah.
I think there is a wonderful story behind Yuvraj.
Yes.
If you can
Yeah.
do it, right? If you can do it.
Yeah,
Answer,
everybody
the
has, but
comeback.
legend like you, sir? Yes, I'm sure.
See,
Yes.
see, certain cricketers, their story is not there. See, why Sachin's story is all success story. By 14 years, he was played for Mumbai team, right? I'm saying you to a Mumbai team, playing 7 international players there, can't even get in. It's a teenager. He's just a baby.
Yeah.
Right? 16 years his debut for India, playing against who?
Correct.
Wasim Akram
But,
and
yeah,
Waqar
Pakistan.
Yunus, like
Correct.
No helmet.
fastest bowlers in the world. Helmet was there.
Yeah, but no guard.
No guard, right? But, yeah. And then 17 years again. So there is only success story. People doesn't like success stories,
Exactly.
right?
My point, where I was coming from, that you nailed
Yes,
it.
see, my story is, I don't want to reveal anything.
Okay.
Even if the greatest writer, you can write this story
Okay.
in a friction, you won't be able to write it.
Wonderful.
Because this is naturally gifted story, it has there, that has happened in that. So it is not. Even everyone knows this.
Sir.
It's a fairy tale, my retirement. Before the match, I had 792 wickets.
Yes.
I had enough cricket. So many people forced me to play all 3 matches and take the 8 wickets and then retire. I said, no,
Okay.
I'm going to challenge myself. I don't care. Best team in the country, the best opposition team, like the names you told means they are the legends of cricket.
Yes.
Gambhir, Sehwag, Sachin, Ganguly, Lakshman, Dhoni, Yuvraj. What a batting lineup. Huh? Right? This batting lineup, I have to take 8 wickets in the match. So, nobody will believe. I believed I can do it. Right? So, I took a challenge and say, if I don't take it, doesn't matter. Right?
But you challenge yourself.
Everything. Cricket is a challenge.
Correct.
You challenge the opponent.
Yeah.
If you're not challenging, you should not play cricket. You just will stay at home, right? So then it has happened. It's a fairy tale. Last ball, last wicket, we are winning. I want to take the 800 wickets. The other person could have taken.
Yes.
So it's a fairy tale.
Yes. Correct.
Right?
Correct.
So it has happened, right? So like that in my story, even the friction guy very good novel can't write it. So when you see the movie, you will know.
Yeah, we really can't wait, sir. Yeah. So 800 wickets is something that, no other player, like not even closer, that I must say that, this will remain as a record. Probably like...
And Anderson is closer.
He's
He's only 41 years old, but still he has to get 100 odd wickets.
Considering all the points, I don't see personally that, that is not something that, attainable. Yes, sir. You're a legend. Trust me on this.
Not because humble or anything, because it is, records are meant to be broken.
Fair.
So it can be. So I'll tell, just if you have some small time, I can tell you.
So please, all is yours.
Right, when Lance Gibbs, right, told, he was the highest wicket taker, 309 wickets he had, the West Indian off spinner.
Okay.
Right, it's I think 60s or 70s he retired, Lance Gibbs. He said, if someone wants to break my record, he will be a tired man. right?
What is it in your case, sir?
So now it's a tired man. He said. He said those days. He said he's made the comment.
Correct.
He didn't say can't break it, can break it. He will be a tired man.
Yeah.
You have to bowl a lot of overs.
Uh-huh.
See, I took 1.5 times more than him.
Correct.
Then Kapil Dev took it.
Correct.
Like Kapil Dev had Richard Hadley, Botham, Courtney Walsh, Shane Warne, like that. So it is not. So only the backfiring factor, I'll agree, because the T20 has become popular, the Test cricket has shared a bit. So the person who are going to play has to play at least 150 matches.
Yes.
Whether even the upcoming generation can play that kind of a Test cricket, that's the only thing, can't break it.
Right. Right. How is it even possible, sir? Like, because, you're still there active and you can train players now, still active. At this point of time, looking at the poster, that his face is really intense, kind of emotion, what he carries in there. Yes. So, yeah, Setupathi's story is different. And, when you signed up,
Not
Mithal,
me, my
Madhur
director.
Mithal. Yes, yes. But
He's like,
there has
not
to
my
be
fault.
there has to be your say, right, sir? That you might have seen.
No,
it.
no,
Yeah, not
see-
in the deciding thing. I'm not asking that.
No, I just say before
Yeah.
first everything.
Sir.
I have given the rights. I have given everything to the director.
Okay.
That's your baby. You make the movie.
Okay.
I am not expert on making movies.
What
If
is
you
the
ask-
conviction?
Huh?
What is that conviction?
What do you mean by that?
Because you're just saying that they are going to picture like in a super legendary movie. Okay?
Yeah.
Yes,
So
sir?
what I
And you
give,
don't want to- you don't
I give
want-
the
yeah.
only one restriction I put it.
Okay.
The story has to be true story. No acting
Masala.
up, no masala, nothing. But you have to give me the script. I have read the script 5 times.
Okay.
I want to see whether everything is there. So he honored that. So that's all I asked. Other than that, it's all his creation. How we make movie, how we do make, because it has to be in his mind, not my mind. If my mind is different than what his perspective is.
Correct.
Because I will see only my perspective. Director has to see everyone's perspective. Like, my mother, what do you think about me? My father, what do you think about me? My coach, my teammates, my whoever, unknown people, reporters. It is not a easy
How the
job.
world look at you.
Look at it. He has to bring it to his mind and make a creation.
Correct.
And true creation. So that is something hardest part for a director to do biopics.
Okay. So what was your feeling when you look at the rush, like, first on
I
screen?
think first I looked at nothing as I have not seen the movie, but I have only the script read. I have seen the trailer. I think I can say I have seen a lot of trailers of people put everything. This trailer is something unimaginable for me, not because of my movie. It shows that what in about 1.5 minutes or 2 minutes or 2.5 minutes, what intense in that movie. It's got everything. 50%, 60% of the movie, what it showed him.
Because nowadays there is a saying, sir, if you gain momentum with audience when you make trailer, the movie is hit. Because that's the biggest challenge. Yes, sir?
Of course.
Coming to you, Mathur, being humble throughout your life, needless to say that how difficult it is, right?
Of course.
And equally difficult, portraying that character.
Yeah, I mean, it's difficult portraying any character, but when you're doing a biopic, there's a certain amount of responsibility that comes along. And then when you're doing a biopic about a legendary icon like Murali sir, it's a whole different ball game, pun unintended, altogether. So it's a lot of things rolled into one. It's a challenge. It's an honor. It's a responsibility.
Was there a point where you had to sit with sir and ask about particular sequence or a scene where, because he only knows, doesn't matter.
I tried a little bit of that.
Yes, sir?
I'll interrupt on that.
Please, sir.
Right?
Please.
Right? I met him.
Sir.
Then the director said, this is the person. Instead of that, we have taken. I was in Leela in Chennai.
Sir.
I came to something else. Okay. So at the time, and maybe IPL auction or something. At the time, I have to go with that. He came, met. I only said to him, I talked to him, don't imitate me.
Okay.
right? Don't imitate me. Just bring out your best.
Okay.
Don't put pressure. Just enjoy. And we had a coffee and everything for about 10, 15, 20 minutes. Then we left. After that, I met him in Kandy when my parents' house. I came to see my parents. Then they were doing some in my cousin's house, some shooting. So then I met him. Then I met him only in when we trailer launch with Sachin.
Okay.
So there is nothing, zero credit to me. I am not even spoken about one ball of bowling. Even in a phone I am not spoken to him, right, and nothing. So I made sure that director handle the situation, because I am very, very professional person.
Sir.
When I give to me a job, I have to have the full control of doing that.
Correct.
So he has to have the control. Director has to have the control. Then only this movie will come. I can't put my instincts into it, because director's mind is something different. That only he has to give it to the actor.
Correct.
Yeah.
So once you give it to the actor has to portray that into that, and until that he will make sure take shots. Right? Because that's the way I think about movies, because I am a movie buff, right? I watch
Really,
thousands of movies, and I have watched all Indian movies and everything. I know all the actors, everyone I know. From I'm watching till 80s, right? Movies, right? So I know you have to give any job or anything freedom to those people, and I should not interrupt. If they ask even I won't say anything, because I say ask the director, because never asked. But I would have said ask the director, he will know better than me.
Wow.
So that's the way freedom, not because neglecting or nothing, but you have to give the creation freedom to the person.
Different field, you thought. Yes. And directors, what else can they ask? Nobody is poking their nose.
No, but luckily our
movie,
director he's also the writer.
Right.
He's written the script, right? That our director has. And he spent almost 2 years with Sir researching about this.
Right.
And researching things that Sir was not even aware
Right.
of.
Since you spoke about a lot of Indian movies, or any movies for that matter, that what is the recent one? Telugu, because Telugu cinema, now today they are like a global.
Right, okay. Telugu cinema, what happens is in Sri Lanka it doesn't come much. Hindi and comes Tamil.
Yeah, but they're dubbing, sir. The Bahubali, Triple R. Have you seen?
Bahubali is not a Telugu cinema.
It is Telugu, sir.
Yeah, it is Telugu, but it's a pan India.
Yeah.
So then you dub in for me, but most of the Telugu movies are not dubbed, no?
Yes.
So it is in there. So it doesn't.
Yeah.
So I would watch Triple R. Triple R and Pushpa, and I Triple R I watched about 5 times, right? Pushpa also 2-3 times. Bahubali about 20 times I watched, because some in theatre, but other times in OTT. Someone watch, and also YouTube also down there I have.
Correct.
So like that I watch. So I watch most of the Telugu dub movies in YouTube when the COVID time.
Okay.
2 years of
Yes,
COVID.
yes.
What happened was, we used to go and play matches, then you have to go 14 days quarantine.
True.
So I have done quarantines close to 180 days, 160 days I have done quarantine. Because Sri Lanka is very strict.
Yeah.
14 days, going 14 days, coming 14 days. Then India 7 days, like that, you take so many days. So at least 3-4 movies I had to watch. I have finished all Tamil movies. Now what left? Telugu. So Telugu, Hindi.
So you have covered pretty much everything.
I would have watched about 500 movies, I think, that time, because that day. So 3-4 movies a day.
Yeah, wonderful, sir. Since the time is not really easy for me to interview such a legend in particular 30 minutes or 1 hour, because they are pestering me to end up this wind up. And I just want to ask you a final question. What about the entertainment industry? Since you're saying that more than hundreds of movies you watched, and there were cricket players who were on the screen too, when it comes to India, Indian cinema. Srisanth, of course, for example, he acted too. Is there any chance that we see Muralitharan sir on screen too?
Srisanth acted well, Harbhajan Singh has acted a movie like that. A lot of people who have done. But thing is, for me, it's one simple thing is, what I can do and what I'm good at, I will go for it. What I can't, but I don't. I just leave a late, don't want to embarrass me. So, no, because Sridhan and Harbhajan has done a good job. I'm not saying that's me on personally.
Wow, that's like, what else, we can say. That's such a professional. It's an honor, sir, like to have you on my show. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the very best of the world. That 800 movies should become a huge hit, and we want to see you again and again.
Definitely. Thank you very much. You should take to the public, then it will be a big hit.
We need your help.
Thank you, Mother. And I'm sure that don't just limit yourself for the global cinema, whatever comes in your way.
Absolutely.
It has to be global.
Absolutely. I want to work. I want to do like a Telugu film. I want to work in Malayalam.
Yeah, directors, watch this. Mother is here in Hyderabad. You grab him. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you for being with us.
Cheers.
That's about a legend, Muralitharan, sir. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you really for watching. Thank you.